The Senate Blue Ribbon Committee commences its first hearing on the attempt to import thousands of metric tons of sugar into the country despite exceeding requirements. Man Corvetta has the details.
The Senate Blue Ribbon Committee starts hearing on the sugar fiasco or failed attempt to import 300,000 metric tons of sugar. Earlier, Senate President Juan Biga Zubiri presented a resolution that said the sugar importation was driven by 600 million pesos that could be obtained as kickback. Executive Secretary Vic Rodriguez and the resigned officials of the Sugar Regulatory Administration attended the hearing. Rodriguez said that former Agriculture Yusek Licadio Sebastian texted and asked him several times about the results of the meeting between the President and SINAG regarding the fertilizer issue for the farmers as well as sugar.
Good afternoon, ES Vic. Any instruction from the President after his meeting with SINAG on sugar and on fertilizer for farmers? Thanks. I purposely did not answer him dahil wala pa pong tugon ang Pangulo sa tatlong bagay na ito.
However, on August 10, Malacanang was surprised when Sebastian approved the resolution for the sugar order number 4. The palace then confronted the SRA asking why the sugar importation was approved when the President, who is the concurrent secretary of the DA, has no decision yet.
I confronted Yusek Leo Sebastian and asked him why he did such a thing behind the President's back, without the President's knowledge, and in an unfair and dishonorable way. I asked him to call then SRA Administrator Serafica and Board Member Beltran and ask them, and likewise ask them the same thing, where I asked Yusek Leo to put both of them on speakerphone. At yun din po ang nakuha kong sagot mula kay then Administrator Serafica. Ang sagot po niya sa akin, ang naging tugon niya, akala ko po kasi okay na, sabi ni Yusek Leo. Ganon din ho yung sagot ni Board Member Beltran at ganon din ang sagot ni Senior Yusek Leo Sebastian.
The senators were not able to ask Rodriguez because the latter had to leave the Senate to attend a cabinet meeting. Instead, the senators grilled Sebastian with questions. Sebastian admitted that he signed SO number 4 because he thought the President is okay with it. However, the senators did not accept his explanation.
Alam mo, sa amin, no, sa pulis at sa military, maraming namamatay sa maling akala. Pag nag-assume ka ng nag-assume, ay talagang lives are at stake. Pwedeng mamamatay ka sa gira pag nag-assume ka na nag-assume. So, alam niyo yung ginawa niyo assumption is parang kung ako ordinaryong tao, I cannot accept that reason.
Call him or make an appointment with the President before you sign the SO4? Because I have this document, SO number 4. You signed, your signature appears, you signed above the name of the President.
Sebastian also said he was pressured since based on their monitoring, a shortage of supply can happen which could lead to a surge in sugar prices.
Data is very important for me in making decision. So I studied the data that was presented to me by SRA. We also did our own data analysis in the Department of Agriculture. And it convinced me, Your Honor, because I always make my decision also based on those things, that there is really a big problem when it comes to the supply of sugar, that we have to act.
Meanwhile, Senate President Juan Biga Zubiri is convinced that Sebastian has cohorts. It is baffling, Zubiri said, why would Sebastian approve the importation when according to the SRA data, there is an excessive supply of sugar. The center even showed thousands of sacks of sugar stored in warehouses after the customs raid. This is in addition to the 1,000 metric tons of imported sugar last July 26 that is yet to arrive.
Sino po talaga umudyok sa'yo na kailangan po natin mag-import to convince you to import this or to sign sugar importation order? Or who in the board convinced you about this sugar order number 4?
Former SRA Administrator Hermenegildo Serafica admitted that he was the one who drafted SO number 4. The senators called Serafica asking him why did he preempt the president's decision.
Yung kayang order ngayon na walang pasok ngayon, si Pangulo talaga yon or someone again akala niya can sign for the president? You see the problem that this brings. I don't know you, Yusek, and I have nothing against you, but for me, sugar is such a big issue, farmers, pero napakalaking issue din po yung pwedeng pumirma for the president. Pag pumirma ka for the president, ibig sabihin ang Pangulo mismo nagsabi sa iyo na pwede kang pumirma sa pangalan niya.
Serafica pointed that it was Sebastian who gave the go signal for SO number 4. He also said that they consulted 5 stakeholders such as the National Federation of Sugarcane Planters. But Lamata said the SRA convinced them into believing that it was President Bongbong Marcos who ordered the importation when the truth was, it was the SRA's decision all along.
We signed because who are we to question the wisdom of the President? But we signed all refined. What happened po when SO 4 was made, half was raw or brown, half was refined. We never signed for that, Your Honors. We can never allow brown sugar to be imported because Negros is already milling. If that comes down to Negros, patay ang mga planters namin po. Bagsak ang presyo.
Subiri said there is a clear anomaly because the importation plan was drastically done within 4 days. He said the plan was indeed rushed and made just in time for the harvest season. This is Mean Corvera reporting for Mata ng Agila International, trusted, connected, on point.